Good morning, students. In the last few classes, I have given you the concept on fractions. Now, at the beginning of this class, I will give you a little description on fraction, and after it, I will go to our main topic. That means today's topic. Look here. If we think it as a house, the whole part as a house, and if we divide it in five equal parts, one, two, three, four, five equal parts, and just think uh, within the how many rooms are there? 5 plus 5, 10 rooms are there. Now, if we colored one, two, three, four rooms within this house, just think four rooms has been colored completely. Then how we will write as a fraction? As a numerator, we will keep 4, and as a denominator, we will keep 10. Hmm? Then, Rakesh, you tell me, just think it as a whole house, and we are dividing it in 5 equal parts. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, just think here 2, 3, 4, and 5. This 5 rooms has been colored completely. Now, how we will write it? Just tell me. Good. 5 by 10. Now, if we want to express the cell as 30 out of 100, then how we will write it as a fraction? We will write it as 13 by 100. That means, just think you are 100 students in this classroom, and within the 100 students, only 13 students have qualified for the final race competition. Okay, then we'll write it as 13 by 100. Now, Torma, tell me, if we want to describe as 35 out of 100, how we will write as fraction? Good. We will write it as, according to Torma, 35 by 100. And this is correct. Thank you. Now, this all are calls the what? This all are calls fractions. Now we want to describe it as decimal. If we want to describe 4 by 10 as decimal point, we will write it as 0.4, and 5 by 10 we will write it as 0.5. Now you may have a question, how it is come? Like 5 by 10, we will divide 5 with the 10, with the digit 10. Now we cannot simply divide it, so we will take a 0 after the net decimal point. We can now keep it, keep here 0. Now here 10 will go 5 times within 50. From this it is coming. Okay, now if we, then what we are learning today? We are learning today about decimals. What? Decimals. Okay, and this is the symbol of decimal. This is the symbol of decimal. This is the symbol of decimal. Okay, now look to another digit. if we will write 30 out of 1000, then how we will describe it? We can write it as 0.013. You may have a question why we are keeping 0 before the 13, because simply here as a denominator here is 13. We need to write 13, but why we are keeping here 0? Because when as a denominator here was 100, we can simply write 13 by 100. From here whenever we will write it as a decimal, we can write it as 0.13. But whenever we will keep a more 0, then it will be 1000s, and for the 1000s we will keep a 0 after the decimal point. And if we want to keep, look, 35 and this, then how we will write? Again, tell me. Good. 0.0035. Now let's see why it is coming before 35, 20. Why? Because for the number 1 we are keeping here this decimal, and 35, for 35 we are keeping here 35, and for 1 we are keeping here decimal point. And how many zeros are there after 1? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need to keep here 4 digits. Sorry, we need to keep here 4 digits. For I have told you, for the decimal point we are keeping 1, and for 1 we are keeping decimal point, and after the 1 here is 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. That means 4 digits. That's why we simply trying to keeping here 4 digits, and it should be done 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and this part is called as whole part. Look, if we want to write, we want to divide 12 with 10, then we'll keep here 10, 1, 10, 2.0, 210, 0. Okay, then 1.2. This 1.2. From the 1.2, this 1 is a, we'll call it as whole number. What, students? Whole number. This is decimal point. And this 2 is decimal part. Now I hope you have totally understand about the decimals and the conception on as a primary conception on decimal point. Thank you, class.